International Outpost. The HTV-X1 is carrying 4.4 tons of supplies and science experiments for the Expedition 73 crew on board the orbital outpost. At this hour, suited up inside the Poisk airlock, Ryzhikov and Zabritsky have been pre-breathing pure oxygen to cleanse their bloodstreams of any nitrogen that may reside in their bloodstreams that will prevent a condition known as the bends or decompression sickness from occurring when they step out into the vacuum of space. They're pretty much on the timeline for a hatch opening at about 9:20 a.m. Central, 10:20 a.m. Eastern Time to begin that 6.5-hour spacewalk today.
And 250 is the airlock pressure.
The Poisk airlock is in the process of being depressurized in a two-step fashion down to vacuum. The Russian spacewalks are measured in elapsed time from the moment of hatch opening to the moment of hatch closure, unlike a U.S.-based EVA out of the Quest airlock, which is measured from the time that astronauts place their suits on internal battery power to the time that they begin the repressurization of the airlock following their entrance back into the airlock at the end of a spacewalk. So we'll be monitoring the official start time from Roscosmos and RSC Energia engineers at the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov outside of Moscow, and we'll pass on the start time as well as the end time later this afternoon and provide statistics after the spacewalk has come to an end.
Copy. 150 is the airlock pressure.
At this hour, the International Space Station is flying from southwest to northeast across the southern Indian Ocean, west of Australia, in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator.
Airlock pressure is 130. Copy.
And just to reiterate, as the spacewalk is being conducted throughout the course of the day today, a separate cadre of flight controllers monitoring the progress of the HTV-X1 cargo craft to the International Space Station as it goes through a variety of rendezvous maneuvers to increase its altitude to match that of the International Space Station for its arrival in the neighborhood of the station tomorrow morning.
Autoflow selector handle is off and secured. Okay, EV1 injector is off. EV2 as well. Copy. Current airlock pressure is 90. Copy. 90.
Есть сообщение при давлении 20 миллиметров БСС.
EV2 has the message BSS to auto open EVA 420 millimeter pressure. Both suits have this message.
Ну, это сообщение, оно может прийти там в диапазоне меньше 100 до 20. Поэтому как...
So you should have this message in the range from 100 to 20. And please let us know once both of you have this message, and then you may switch BSS to auto open EVA. Copy. Suit pressure is 0.37. Copy. 0.36 for EV2. Copy.
Once again, you're hearing the interpretation from the Russian flight controllers there. As you see in this balcony view from a camera in the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow, as they converse with Ryzhikov and Zabritsky, who are suited up inside the Poisk airlock, measuring the pressures inside the airlock as it is currently being depressurized down to vacuum, while the crew is completing its pre-breathe of pure oxygen, which is part of the normal pre-spacewalk protocols.
Airlock pressure is 40. Suit pressure is the same. Copy. 40.
Сереж, подсрочки пока нету, да, на экране ВСС В2 от этого КД?
Sergey Alexei, you still don't have this message BSS to auto open EVA. We did have it. Not yet. EV2 has it. BSS to auto open EVA. Okay, then once you are at 20 millimeters, you are go to switch BSS panel to auto open EVA. Copy. Airlock pressure is 30. Suit pressure is the same. Copy.
So the two cosmonauts inside the Poisk airlock have completed their pre-breathe of pure oxygen. As the depressurization of the airlock continues, everything going along very well, and per the timeline, as we track toward a hatch opening and the start of today's spacewalk by Ryzhikov and Zabritsky at about 9:20 a.m. Central Time.
That's
25. Copy.
And just to reiterate, the four tasks that are on the docket for the two spacewalking cosmonauts today will be the installation of a pair of payload units associated with a plasma injector experiment. There are two parts to this experiment. The pulse plasma injector experiment refers to a scientific instrument designed to inject pulsed plasma into space for experiments on geophysical effects, essentially trying to gather data to see whether or not such an instrument can be effective in improving jet engine or rocket engine performance in low Earth orbit.
Now
The two cosmonauts will be cleaning a window pane on the NAOCA multi-purpose laboratory module. We'll be replacing an experiment cassette on the newly installed molecular epitaxy experiment that was installed and is operating normally on the NAOCA module that was installed during the last EVA 12 days ago by Ryzhikov and Zabritsky. This payload cassette has accumulated quite a bit of data and is being replaced with a new cassette today by the two cosmonauts. They will also wrap up the spacewalk later today by relocating an external control panel for the European robotic arm on NAOCA on the multi-purpose laboratory module. The European robotic arm will not be in use today. Oleg Platonov, the other Roscosmos cosmonaut who assisted in suiting up Ryzhikov and Zabritsky about 2 hours ago, is the robotic arm operator, but he will not be using the arm today to transport the cosmonauts to their work sites, as was the case 12 days ago.
Copy. Going all the way to 12. Airlock pressure 12. Close depress valve KSD2. Confirm. Yes, and you go to close KSD2 and then KSD, so KSD2 is closed. KSD so closed.
Принято. КСД закрыт.
Closed.
КСД2 закрыт. Верно, Сергей?
KSD2 closed. Correct? Yes. Both valves are closed.
Хорошо.
All right.
Текущее давление по вакууметру на начало контроля.
What's current pressure at the beginning of monitoring on the pressure gauge? Give me the number. 10.
10.
10, copy. Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. The two Roscosmos cosmonauts who will venture outside of the Poisk airlock shortly, Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky, are completing final leak checks on their Orlan spacesuits in the final stages of depressurizing the Poisk airlock down to vacuum in preparation for hatch opening a few minutes from now. Meanwhile, the International Space Station Mission Management Team has just concluded its discussion and has taken a poll, and all positions polled go for the arrival tomorrow of the HTV-X1 cargo ship. The go poll enables HTV-X1 to continue its rendezvous procedures to arrive in the neighborhood of the International Space Station tomorrow morning. Coverage on the YouTube channel will begin at 8:05 a.m. Central Time, 9:05 a.m. Eastern Time, for an expected capture robotically by JAXA astronaut Kim Yui, backed up by NASA astronaut Zena Cardman, who will use the Canadarm2 robotic arm to reach out and grapple HTVX-1. That is expected at approximately 10:50 a.m. Central, 11:50 a.m. Eastern Time. HTVX-1 will then be maneuvered to the Earth-facing side of the Harmony module to be installed in a common berthing mechanism, basically a docking port, where it will be bolted into place for its 3-month stay on this maiden delivery run by the new JAXA cargo ship.
The camera is installed and configuration is complete. Step number 1 is done. Copy, thank you. Should I stand down for step 2 for now? Stand by 1. Okay, I'm being told that we'll be turning it on 1440 on window 9, but camera and MLM can be turned on immediately after it will be ready. Okay. And I'll be opening the shutters on additional go, right? Yes, you are correct. Wait for additional go. Copy. Okay. 5 minutes elapsed. Pressure is stable over 5 minutes. 30. In airlock. Okay, 0 millimeter delta over 5 minutes. We are airtight and we can proceed with Q card 7 or land transition to autonomous power. Copy. Transition.
And that report from the cosmonauts inside the Poisk airlock indicates that all suit leak checks have been passed with flying colors. The pressure inside the airlock maintaining stability. And so the two cosmonauts about to place their Orlon suits on internal battery power.
About to turn on prime pump and prime fan and lights, and then we'll move to prime transmitter. Okay, that's pump is on. You can hear it. Now fan. Transmitter. EV1 on. Battery voltage 27.6. Леша, what's your number? 30.6. Copy 30.6. So pump and fan are on and operating, and the prime transmitter button is pressed. Copy. Send signal LED caution is not illuminated. Okay. Now demate in umbilical. Okay, copy. Everyone demated. Close in the bags. Copy. EV2 demated. Stow in the onboard part. Alright, flaps closed. Copy. Demating fluid umbilical from the suit and cabinet. Copy. EV1 demated. Copy. EV2 demated. Copy, Alex. Very good. Are you sure you closed the MLI flaps? Let me check. There is no rush. Perfect timing. We are proceeding on schedule. All right, stowed and closed all MLI flaps. Excellent, Sergey. On board fluid umbilical demated for EV2 flaps closed. Okay, let's keep going. station space to ground 1 for camcorder activation. We're receiving the video from MLM. Okay, thank you. And you are go to turn it off now. Copy. Turning camera off. Pay attention to the left screen.
Переводим в ISS положение 2 закрыто.
This is Mission Control Houston. Just to recap, we are awaiting the opening of the hatch to the Poisk airlock, in which 2 Roscosmos cosmonauts, International Space Station Commander Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky, are suited up in their Russian Orlan suits, having depressurized the airlock and having pre-breathed pure oxygen to cleanse their bloodstreams of nitrogen, preparing to begin the 277th spacewalk in support of International Space Station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. This is their second spacewalk in a 12-day period. The focus today will be the installation of experiment packages on the outside of the Naoka multi-purpose laboratory module, cleaning of a window pane on Naoka, the replacement of an experiment cassette on an experiment called the molecular epitaxy experiment that was installed on Naoka during their last spacewalk on October 16th, and the relocation of a control panel for the European robotic arm that is attached to Naoka.
Сергей Алексей, добрый день.
Sergey Alexei, hello.
Добрый день.
Hello, Sergey.
Как настрой?
So, are you up and ready?
Рабочий, отличный.
All ready for activities. Ready to work. Thank you. Excellent.
По поводу
Now,
IP-500 с сопел сняли зеленые крышки?
about the EP500
Так точно.
with the green cover, did you install it? Yes.
Ryzhikov and Zabritsky, part of the 3-man crew that launched on the Soyuz NS-27 spacecraft back in March, are in the home stretch of their 8-month mission. They'll be returning to Earth on the evening of December 8th, U.S. time, the morning of December 9th, Kazakhstan time, for a parachute-assisted landing along with NASA astronaut Johnny Kim to wrap up their flight.
Standing by for a go for EVH opening, and for now, do another visual inspection of all your equipment. Make sure everything is in place. Copy, and it's
Once the 2 cosmonauts open the hatch to the Poisk airlock, the first task will be to install a protective ring around the circumference of the hatch itself to protect it while it remains open during the course of today's 6.5-hour spacewalk. Zabritsky will be first to leave the airlock itself. He'll be followed a few minutes later by Ryzhikov. They'll be carrying outside all of their tools, tethers, and other equipment for their tasks for today's spacewalk, which is the 5th out of the International Space Station in 2025.
Изводим контроль винтов аварийного закрытия.
okay. Emergency screws
Ручки.
monitor. Make sure it's turned to the hard stop. What about the handle? Okay, to the hard stop. Okay, now handles are looking at each other. Okay, copy.
Устанавливаем ключ для открытия выходного люка.
Install hatch 2.
Ключ установлен.
Installed. I am ready to open. Press on. And all the way to hard stop. Okay, copy.
Наблюдаем выход роликов.
We are looking for the rollers coming from under the shims. Confirm, yes, I can see roller movement. Copy.
Есть сучок. Ручка поставлена на себя до упора.
Okay, the push your handle towards yourself to hard stop. Copy.
Контролирую снижение давления.
Monitor. Movement. Copy.
Он остановился на 7.
Unintelligible. Maybe there is a small error here. Sergey, did you copy?
Повтори, Сергей, я не...
Please repeat, I couldn't hear it.
Полного нуля нет, сейчас вот порядка 4.
Not complete zero. It's about 4 millimeters still.
Если появляется, то можно
Yes.
от руки за поручень выходного люка немножко дернуть на себя.
Well, you can actually grab onto the EV hatch handrails and push it towards yourself. Let us try.
Yes.
All right, open and confirm. Copy.
Фиксируем файл переменной длины.
All right, now secure the adjustable. Okay, remote.
This is Mission Control Houston. The flight controllers of the Russian Mission Control Center have confirmed the opening of the hatch to the Poisk airlock. The official start time for today's spacewalk, 9:18 a.m. Central Time, 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, the Poisk hatch is open. The official start time of today's spacewalk, 9:18 a.m. Central, 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time.
We are beginning to install the protective ring in work.
The hatch was open as the International Space Station flew 260 miles over the Northwest Pacific, soon to begin a trajectory from northwest to southeast across the Pacific Ocean. So with the hatch opening to Poisk, the two cosmonauts now are installing a protective ring around the circumference of that hatch, making sure that it is not susceptible to any micrometeoroid hits during the course of the time that it remains open throughout the day today. Next up will be Alexei Zabritsky leaving the Poisk airlock. We should be regaining our television downlink signal from the International Space Station's external cameras just a moment or two from now.
Now it's in place. Okay.
This is the third spacewalk in Sergei Ryzhikov's career, the second for Alexei Zabritsky.
Защитное кольцо установлено, правильно?
Protective ring is installed. Is that correct? Affirmative. We checked. Sit tightly.
Принято.
Okay, copy. Then, Alexei, you are going to egress.
Так, Алексей, может быть, включить светильники сейчас? Я помочь?
Does Alexei need my help?
Можно включить.
Maybe we should turn on unintelligible.
Включу Алексея светильники.
Okay, Alexei's lights are on. Copy.
Готов приступать к высадке.
I am ready to step out. Yes, Alexei started egress. Okay. Copy.
Алексей, и после того, как вы
Alexei,
включаем сублиматоры.
as soon as you'll be outside, turn the sublimators on. Okay, copy. Both safety tethers are secured on the other side of the EV hatch. Okay, copy. EV2
And as we prepare to see the International Space Station fly into an orbital sunrise, a first view, albeit dim, of the cosmonauts working outside the Poisk airlock as they take all of their tools and tethers, their crew lock bags filled with all the equipment they need for today's spacewalk. Alexei Zabritsky is already outside of the Poisk airlock. He'll be joined momentarily by Sergei Ryzhikov.
Okay. Alex, for now, turn on lights. 300 kids. Back. All right. Lights are on. Copy. Okay, the crew log back. Here's.
До выхода из Киева 4 минуты.
All right, there's 4 minutes left before sunrise. 4 minutes sunrise. Copy. Copy. Here's the. Okay, I took it. Cooling is fine. I'm set. I have one hook on the loop of the tether. Here in the second. Okay. Okay, I'm ready to hand you the bundle. All right, let's start.
The bundle is the package containing experiments, first of which is a payload for a pulse plasma injector experiment that will be attached to the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. Cable connectors will be hooked up to that experiment to gather data on the effect of plasma in the low Earth orbit environment.
Okay, I got it. The second of the big bundle is on the okay. So we're taking it out. I got it. Everyone is ready to step out. Copy, Sergey. Press on.
I have a go. Sergey, when you get out of the EV hatch, you need to turn on your camera. Copy.
And the space station flying at 260 miles over the Eastern Pacific Ocean, moving from northwest to southeast. Now a good view of the cosmonauts outside of the Poisk airlock as we have moved into an orbital sunrise. Today's spacewalk again began at 9:18 a.m. Central Time, 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time.
Put the handle out. Well, you need to make sure that your cooling and heating works fine. So manually, the hot-cold handle needs or switch needs to be put in the position. All right, the switch is in the right position. ISS heating and cooling system is on. Got it?
Сергей, повтори, пожалуйста.
Sergey,
На тебя зафиксирован.
do you have the crew lock bag secured to yourself?
Да, кругосветок можно
Affirmative. Great.
снаружи.
Принято.
Copy.
Как будете готовы,
And when you are ready,
на СТС грузовой стрелы.
so you can start your translation to the Strela boom. Copy.
Потом включим камеру.
And then we're going to turn on each other's cameras. Okay, my cooling and heating system is on. SR system is on.
Камеры включим.
All right, the cameras are on. The camera is on. 2 green LEDs are illuminated,
Да, есть включение.
and we confirm we have both cameras turned on. Copy.
Прям картинки.
We are standing by for the video image on our end.
Так,
All right,
приступаю к внесению по кольцевым поручням.
and I am
We
starting.
should be getting helmet camera views from Ryzhikov and Zabritsky momentarily.
And then toward
Ryzhikov, as you see, is closest to the Poisk airlock at the moment, wearing the Orlan suit bearing the red stripes as EV1, or extravehicular crew member number 1.
you place your
As Alexei Zabritsky is alongside of him, he's wearing the Orlan suit with the blue stripes, EV2.
disconnect yourself from the Strela and then secure yourself to the STU. Copy.
They're in the process of attaching the crew lock bags containing all of their spacewalking equipment and the items to be installed in the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module on the ring, an attachment ring on that boom you see in the middle of your screen. That's the Strela boom. Strela, the Russian word for arrow, that is used to transport not only the cosmonauts but equipment from one work site to another on the Russian segment of the station.
Второй застраховал.
All right, I have the second one secured.
Принято.
Copy.
Так. Зафиксирую.
And we have the transport tether French hook secured.
Принято.
Copy.
Зафиксирую.
All right, we are secured.
Тема.
Okay, got it.
У нас пока еще нету картинки.
All right, we are still standing by for the video image.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're 17 minutes into today's spacewalk by Expedition 73 Commander Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky, the second spacewalk for these two cosmonauts in the past 12 days. They'll be installing an experiment package for a pulse plasma injector data gathering on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. They'll also be cleaning one of the windows on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module itself, replacing a payload cassette on the molecular epitaxy experiment that they installed back on October 16th on their previous spacewalk, and will relocate a control panel for the European robotic arm that is attached to NAOCA. We've had a brief loss of signal from the International Space Station through our tracking and data relay satellite system. Today's spacewalk, the 277th in support of assembly maintenance and upgrades on the station, began at 9:18 a.m. Central Time, 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time. It's expected to last about 6.5 hours.
Translation ring. Sergey, Alexei, there was a brief LOS. Could you please confirm that you have French hooks already secured to the translation ring?
Here in the International Space Station Flight Control Room at the Johnson Space Center in Houston in Mission Control, Flight Director Zeb Scoville is leading the Orbit 2 team of flight controllers, joined on console by spacecraft communicator Megan Harvey, as they are monitoring the other activities aboard the station, which includes payload and maintenance work and preparations for tomorrow's arrival of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency's HTV X-1 cargo craft that launched from the Tanegashima Space Center in southern Japan on Saturday evening U.S. time, Sunday morning in Japan. The HTV X-1 will complete a 3.5-day journey to the station, complete with a plethora of demonstration tests of its systems, expected to arrive at the station tomorrow morning for a robotic capture by the station's Canadarm2 robotic arm, operated by JAXA's Kimi Aoi, backed up by NASA's Zena Cardman. That grapple expected at 10:50 a.m. Central Time, 11:50 a.m. Eastern Time. Our coverage of rendezvous and capture of the HTV X-1 cargo craft, this brand new cargo craft for JAXA, will begin tomorrow morning at 8:05 a.m. Central, 9:05 a.m. Eastern Time.
By voice, please provide the running commentary. Right, and you need to probably move a little bit closer to me. Okay, and you need to turn around a little bit closer to you, right? Yes. I'm secured. Me too.
Еще раз поджаться. Наверх. Сейчас попробуем.
I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay. Let me rotate the bundle.
Еще не дошли, да? Повыше ее. Да, сейчас секунду.
We're not there yet. Yes, a little bit more up with the bundle. Stand by one. Okay, let's do it right like so. Right, we got it. Great. All right, let's secure the translation ring. All right, we are receiving the video from the external cameras, general view. Not getting your video jets from your helmet cameras. No joy on those jets. All right, I have secured the STO. And I am ready to take over the bundle. Copy. Do you have handrails there? Okay, grab it then from me. Okay, got it. I'm turning around.
Сергей, у нас с вами
Sergey?
по мобильному звену грузовой стрелы.
We are going to be moving along the cargo boom. Secure safety tethers to the handrails and be ready to take the bundle over from Alexei. All right, so we are not going where the control panel is, right? We are translating, following the lower handrail path. Okay, well, we kind of discussed a slightly different plan earlier, but okay. One French hook. And the second one? We are going along the lower handrail translation path, and back you'll be going along the upper ones. Okay, understood. All right, we have the radiator here.
southwest to southeast, and a great view of the two Roscosmos cosmonauts working in tandem with one another. On the right is Space Station Commander Sergei Ryzhikov holding one of the components of a pulse plasma injector experiment. These two packages will be installed on the Naoka multipurpose module, and a series of 5 cable connectors for the 2 payload packages will be hooked up. On the left is Alexei Zabritsky, now early in the second spacewalk of his career, the third for Ryzhikov. The spacewalk got underway with the opening of the hatch at 9:18 a.m. Central Time, 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time. The cosmonauts moving on the for today's expected 6 hours.
Okay, we have secured. Thank you. And Alexei, we see the support. Okay, this is what we talked about. So it means on the right, on the side, not the best location, to be honest.
This view from the helmet camera from Alexei Zabritsky as he works his way along the straight line that the payload packages for the pulse plasma injector experiment are located. Moving to the right config for the initial installation.
Yeah, I can do it. Okay, here you go, Sergey. Yeah. Let me check. Well, I don't think it is illuminated. No, it's illuminated. I cannot see here. Intelligent. No, actually, both LEDs are green. Copy, Alexei. Got it. Here you go. I got it.
Today's spacewalk, which is now 43 minutes in duration, is the supportive space assembly maintenance and upgrades, the 5th out of the International Space, the 3rd spacewalk for Expedition 73 crew members, also the 3rd spacewalk in Sergei Ryzhikov's career, as he had accumulated 12 hours and 57 minutes of spacewalking time on 2 previous spacewalks. This is the 2nd for Zabritsky, who's of your screen, cough on the right-hand corner of your screen. Zabritsky, for the previous spacewalk, October 16th, logged for 9 minutes on that excursion.
I think 35 minutes was allocated to translation. No, so good. Everything is according to the table, and you have plenty of time at your disposal. Copies.
The experiment packages that are being sold as the first task of today's spacewalk, one PI 500, it's a pulse injector experiment. The second goes by the acronym of EFP, Complex for Monitoring Vacuum and Electrical Parameters. These two components make up this pulse plasma experiment that essentially is designed to inject plasma into space for experiments on geophysical effects. The
Thank you so much.
two routing cables and mating cable connectors for these two components of the injector experiment on the multipurpose laboratory module.
No, put it back, put the hook back. Okay, this one here on the right. Thank you. I got it. Thank you.
Сергей, за трубопроводу руками не держи.
Okay, please don't touch.
Картинка с проектных шлемных камер.
Please don't hold the pipe. Don't touch the pipeline, please. And also, we have good news. Now we are receiving the video from your helmet camera. Copy.
Сергей, по возможности уходи дальше.
Sergey, if possible, please move as far as possible. Okay, when it is possible, I will do that. Copy. So, should I move even farther? I secured the city and the equipment to the hooks. Copy. I got the bundle. Yes, thank you. Yes, it's not like, you know, when you translate with the help of error. Yes, yeah, it's a very different story when you're translating with the help of the Strela boom. Trying to sing an old Russian song. We'll do it once again. Let's try it once again. Yeah, it's a very nice song. It's a song of the hurlers on the ships on the rivers. Very, very helpful. It's suitable for this kind of activity. Yes, I agree. Unintelligible. Got it. Thank you.
Так, это я 4.
Okay, so this is the rail.
Совсем чуть-чуть.
The last number is 17, and now we can move forward. Yes, you know, you just have a little bit more of translation pass here, guys. It soon will be over.
This is Mission Control Houston, 53 minutes into today's spacewalk. Out of the helmet camera from Alexei Zabritsky, a view of the space station commander on the right side of your screen, Sergei Ryzhikov, as he and Zabritsky continue to install spacewalking hardware and payload hardware onto an attachment point on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. A good view of Zabritsky left, Ryzhikov on the right with the suit with the red stripes, Zabritsky wearing the suit with the blue stripes. This payload hardware is designed to be a plasma pulse experiment that will be installed at Naoka. A second spacewalk passes these two Roscosmos cosmonauts.
I'm transiting to the other side. Alexei, copy. Alexei, if you try a difficult translation stretch, you can take a breath. You know, let us stick to the site after we have installed the we will be able to have it. Okay, copy.
The two cosmonauts are continuing to install equipment associated with plasma injector experiment on the module that launched in July of a large module. Very top of Naoka is the port node module to which the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft is attached. That spacecraft that Ryzhikov and NASA's Johnny Kim will ride back to Earth on for a parachute landing on the step of on the evening of December 8th, the morning of December 9th in Kazakhstan.
Thank you, Alexei.
Да, что белые риски у нас адаптера видно.
We have the mirror telling us that the light of the adapter is above. So the tab now being shifted into the, and I'm on it. Okay. So hard stop, it is shifted to hard stop. And we are in window.
And the initial component of this plasma pulse injector experiment, the I, is now in the process of being.
It's not easy on my pushing here, just more. Yes, the rear part of it, push it. Rotating handle. An interval. the drench here. Okay, so what about the wing screw? Is it?
As we approach the 1 hour mark into today's space, a good view of the multi-purpose laboratory module on the face side of the Russian segment international cosmonauts, right station commander on Alexei Zubry, heading now the first of two components for this pulse injector experiment into the mission.
Agree. Hard stop. The white marks are down, but not together. But actually, it is very well. Okay. Copy. Time is the time of EVA duration. For your awareness, copy 1 hour. Everything to the table.
We've passed out of range of link tracking and data relay satellite. That capability back momentarily. Having just passed the 1 hour mark, the two cosmonauts are working ahead of the timeline in the process of installing the pulse plasma injector, one of two components associated with this pulse plasma injector experiment that will be affixed up through a series of cables in this laboratory module.
Installation guide. Copy 8 minutes until and please take a breather. Now I'm the on the circular so that it is not in the next task, guys. The tether from the will have to be secure, and the other tether, should be secured to the crew log back. I secure. Copy.
The International Space Station is currently flying 260 miles southeast of the southern coast of Africa. Move from south-northeast across the Indian Ocean in orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator, about an orbital sunset.
Okay, so the EP plasma conductor plasma is secured. Yes. And the tab is in mission close. This tab is in the copy. The second equipment tether now is see you're too close to array. Okay. I will move around, make a maneuver. And down at your feet there is also
once this injector package is installed on a bracket on the NOCA laboratory. Two cosmonauts will bring up cable connectors. Another portion of this experiment that will be hooked up to complete the first objective of this spacewalk.
I don't know how I should do it correctly. I think it is secured to the rail. This is the other equipment tether. Okay, while so I guess the up should be relocated and you, and then we agree.
Подраспустить можно.
Eligible.
Так.
Okay, so give me the lower part. Yeah, so it is secure in the lower part. The other should be used.
Тут есть проволока еще.
There's also wire tie here.
Он застрахован вот за это, за старый карабин с подтягом.
So this just and the second and this for the other.
У нас через минут вход.
There will be ties.
Я видно кольцевой захотел.
Intelligible.
Надо поближе, если
Be a little bit closer and really secure.
Парипак. Проволока не дает ему провернуть.
No, the wire.
Или получилось?
Okay, so have you yeah, got it. We see it. Copy. Excellent. Is unravel the wire. Okay.
Yes.
While we're 11 into the clock, the two cosmonauts are components for pulse plate injector and handrails. They have three procedures to install this payload onto the original, beginning with a series of three cables for the first part of the experiment portion, followed by two cable connectors, and part of the which is the complex during vacuum and electrophysical parameters.
The payload aside. We put it right. With the cables, you have a go at cable.
These Zherkov and Zabritsky are a coil to the three connectors, and the first of the plasma experiment then will be a multi-purpose lab.
Do we need? Yes, we need to unbundle the cable harness and be able to patch in and one out to patch one cable to patch. Yes, I have one left. We'll go to 11, right? Cable label. Have the -2. Copy. Alexei, I put it to Lurka clip. Yeah, you should now it will be difficult to do it. And you need to go through the on one side and the other cable to through the ferrule on the other. Could you repeat that, please? Cable goes to one side of the ferrule, you need to route it through the other side of the ferrule. No.
Sorry.
So this needs to go off the handrail, this, in a log meters. Routed connector 11 in the whip. And you need to secure the cap. See? Look at the punch by on. Well,
Houston, 1 hour, 20 minutes day spacewalk. Sergei Ryzhikov, a few minutes at the time as they are processing components whole experiment. This experiment that being this laboratory space fits.
Also a connector.
Because another planet also the wheels on the personal experiment on the recently installed motor experiment that installed activated on 16th on their previous spacewalk, and an external for the European robotic arm that is attached to NAO. The arm is not in play today. It's 16th transport cosmic laboratory module on the station. Today, the robotic arm simply getting an external control on the launch.
You see that you are almost done. The the cable you just made it. And once we have a cable left, then we can wire to secure the cable. What is why? It's one of the two wired platform. And Angel, can you see? Yes, so we're ready to finish and we'll assess the situation. Okay. When you remove the cap, what do you? It's like, yes, you're right. Don't cap. It's one, right? One. Just to Anton. That makes it
reported translated mission to further Zabritsky process to provide to comment for two packages with experiment.
meter, connector. Now has the cables and the tech and purity of iPad handles. You mean on the outer? Yes, the okay. This. That's right. Can we do what we just used? Yes. So doesn't he select the split variant? Perhaps minutes. I'm holding mine and yours some slash cap. On this side. Seems like I can take out more. Yes. And where do I put it? Maybe you could find it. Maybe we can see the orbital of these user and there is too much. I made 2 hits. Now we're going to up. Let's copy. We'll now begging.
The cosmonauts are 3-minute spacewalk have dug up 3 for the two components of the protection over those connectors. Next up, position and hooking up of the second components of the connection.
Cables. We were and we need to use one tie and attach the adapter behind them. And check the copy. You did a great job. In the start of the minutes is on it. You need to tied to the on the copy. Did you see that? Yes, see this. Thank you. You should do the rest secure it. No, handle it. Inaudible. No.
Net foot copy.
Mission since Alexei's first plasma on the multi-story boom and have a cable that component. In front of that current, as this moment, it will involve installation of cables. Every plan for a situation, his career, the second rookie, it took back on 18th.
Man, that's what they are. Sergey, you code for scientific equipment area. Copy. I'm going to turn on the camera. I hear the words of what you want me to be adapted to the right view. I have I can't. Let me keep that now. It is off. Now, which you translate or pressure with that activity. Okay.
This control is wide in a full view and a completely full component pulse injector entering another area. Second, the component and made two connectors. The two components working better than since before the does past 12.
I wouldn't have anything. You're close. You're getting there.
Reference to control for the task of the place. The external resides on both sides. It will occasionally be not need element the panel will free up transition path for a few space on naval laboratory.
Do you but not your destination.
We approach the hourly view of the donut. It's a second spacewalk during the incoming read left describes a bit of Rizikov Zabri. International Station is 200 California northwest orbiting line 51.6 equator.
The first further, and then
ending oversights battery list. Power to Rizikov.
For the Sergey, so which one do we use? And the unit, like should be like the no is and one more station should be heard the like okay, we have the started no okay let's see and I do think I have is it the room?
It's working efficiently. In the two components, there are designed to inject plasma space for a orbit. Very good view. Multi-purpose moderate of the model. Pretty so domestic. For Rudolph's gases, Johnson, on the on of December 8th time, 9th time. There's a view out of in these vastness looking right back of the Neo laboratory.
Discussion. I'm from you. Okay, so make connectors. One and the other. I don't in
13 today, Cosmonaut.